and welcome to HK News at 5. I'm Emily Brandt. Tonight's news story is about the soda tax war going on in California. Many people are outraged because Californian lawyers are pushing for taxes on sugary beverages, such as Gatorade, lemonade, and soda. The motivation for this tax of 1 cent per teaspoon of sugar is raising revenues and fighting obesity. We have Katie Joels, a reporter in California, interviewing a local. Katie, what do you have for us?
I'm here with Bernard Horatio, a local California resident who has quite an opinion about this sugar tax. Mr. Horatio, how do you feel about the new sugar tax that may soon apply to you?
Well, personally, I think the sugar tax is just plumb crazy. 1 penny for a teaspoon of sugar, that's 19 cents extra for a can of Mountain Dew. I think the Mountain Dew, I drink a Mountain Dew every day. It's a soda tax war. If the Mountain Dew is $1.69 and you add 19 cents plus the 6.25 tax on top of the purchase, you're paying over $2 for a can of Mountain Dew. That is higher per ounce than a gallon of gasoline. That's what I think about it.
Do you think that this will affect all of California?
Yes, I do. Very much so. They're taking the tax, and they say it's for revenue and to fight obesity. But I personally think it's just for the government to have. Everyone's going to hate it, but the money is going to add up quickly with as much sugar they're putting in our drinks. But this is what I think about it. The Food and Drug Administration has done a study, and they have found out that the sweeteners and things that they put in our diabetic soda, it's not bad when they put it in the soda, but what happens to it, your body, when it's inside your body, it turns to poison. And the saccharin and the sweetener that goes into your body elevates the sugars in your body that causes diabetes. And they sent it to the Drug and Food Administration and showed it to them, and they discarded it and counted it as rubbish because it is a multi-billion-dollar operation. And not only that, come to find out that the diabetic corporation that makes all these sodas is supporting and giving money to Diabetes Foundation that they're selling the products to. That's what I think about that. Money adding up quickly? I should think so, because of all the money they're making off these sugar-free sodas. I think that B&S Corporation is putting it in the sodas and selling this product to the people of the communities, knowing that it's making them sick, should take all the money that they're making and put it toward the hospital bills to pay these people's hospital bills that they're making sick in the first place. And that's what I think about it.
Well, thank you, Mr. Horatio, for giving your opinion about the California tea tax.
You're very welcome, sister. I hope you have a good day and you get a raise.
Oh, you too, thanks.
Thanks, Katie. We have a reporter in New York to report on how the sugar drink tax is affecting those on the East Coast. Hannah?
I'm here with Heather Collin, history teacher at New York Central High School. She has some interesting viewpoints on the California sugar drink tax. Heather, why don't you tell our viewers about what your class is studying?
Our class is studying the Sugar Act from the colonial times.
What exactly was the Sugar Act?
The Sugar Act was imposed April 5th of 1764, included taxes on molasses, wine, baked goods, alcohol, and obviously sugar.
And why do you feel this is important now, 248 years later, with the sugar drink tax in California?
I feel it's the same concept. Back then, Britain was unjustly taxing the colonies on sugar. After sugar then came the paper products, and after that, well, tax it on top of tax. You get the point. I'm afraid that the same thing could happen now. Once they tax sugar drinks, you know what they'll tax next. Everything.
How do you see a sugar drink tax in California affecting citizens in New York?
I see other states latching on to the idea of the tax once California does it. It's usually the way it happens. California starts it, and so on.
So, what are you proposing we as U.S. citizens do about this? What did the colonists do?
Well, we cannot make everything the colonists did an example for ourselves. You see, they did some pretty violent protests. The colonists would kidnap tax collectors, pour hot tar and feathers on them, and course. They also dumped pounds of British tea into Boston Harbor in protest.
Wow. Are there any nonviolent things Americans could take out of it?
Yes, their spirit. The colonists didn't give up until they got what they considered to be fair. I think we need to take that same attitude when dealing with the sugar drink tax.
I'm sure our viewers would agree with you, Heather. Let's take it back to our newsroom. Emily, do you have anything you would like to say?
So that's tonight's news story. If you'd like to share your opinion, visit us at brant@hkenews.com. Now for your local on the 8th.
I'm here with, oh gosh, can you stop just one.
Good evening, and welcome to HKE News at 5.
Take 5.
Take 5. We need one of those little slappy things. Oh, hold on.
Actually, the farther, oh, it's still recording.